Hey everyone, gotta say, diving into the life of Dikembe Mutombo this time hits different. A legend gone too soon, just 58.
There really is a loss.
We all remember that finger wag, right? So iconic.
Oh, absolutely.
But, and this is where it gets interesting, there's just so much more to him than that one gesture. We've got articles here from CNN, NBC, and Yahoo Sports going to try to piece together the full picture of the man.
Yeah, because legend gets thrown around a lot these days, but Mutombo earned it both on and off the court.
Exactly. And to really get it, we got to go beyond just the highlight reel. So
Yeah.
first off, 18 seasons in the NBA. That's what, like dog years in basketball?
Brutal sport on the body, that's for sure.
So just being out there that long is impressive, but he wasn't just hanging on, he was dominating. 8-time All-Star, 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Those aren't participation trophies.
No, you don't stumble into those accolades. And think about this. Second all-time in block shots. 3,289 of them.
3,289. You'd think at some point teams would just tell their guys, look, to shoot threes, all right, we're not going in there.
Right. I mean, that's a whole lot of no, sir, not today.
But here's the thing I always found fascinating. He wasn't just this, like, stone-faced wall of defense. There was this joy to his game, this playfulness almost, that made the intimidation even better.
Oh, 100%. And that's where the finger wag comes in, right?
It's iconic.
It's not just taunting. It's Mutombo's way of saying, hey, you tried to get fancy, but fundamentals matter.
Yeah.
Learn from this. It's like having a coach out there, but one that's 7'2" and can actually block your shot.
Right, like, let me educate you real quick. Okay, but here's where it gets wild, and I'll admit, this I did not know. Mutombo didn't grow up dreaming of the NBA. He wanted to be a doctor.
It's true. Arrived at Georgetown University on an academic scholarship focused on medicine. Can you imagine being his classmate? Like, oh, got to study anatomy alongside Dikembe Mutombo, who might casually dunk on me later if we play pickup.
No pressure, dude. Just ace these exams. Future NBA Hall of Famer over there is probably already writing a medical journal. But seriously, even with that physique, clearly basketball wasn't his only path.
And it's at Georgetown that legendary coach John Thompson sees him, right? And it wasn't just the raw talent. Thompson saw Mutombo's mind, his work ethic, things that would have made a fantastic doctor. But thankfully for us fans, got channeled onto the court.
Like fate stepped in.
Sure.
But Mutombo's story doesn't end with blocks and rebounds, not even close. This is a guy with a heart as big as his wingspan, using his platform for something way bigger than himself. But we'll get into all that right after this.
And that's the thing about Mutombo, right? This wasn't some afterthought like, oh, I'm famous, better start a charity. The dedication to giving back. It was woven into his career from day one.
Which makes the whole story even more powerful. Like you said, he starts the Dikembe Mutombo Foundation in '97 while he's still dropping 20 and 10 every other night, blocking shots in the NBA, but also laying the groundwork to improve lives back in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
And it's not just writing checks, lending his name to things.
Yeah.
This was personal, driven by a tragedy.
Like the
really.
loss of his mother, right?
Yeah, Biamba Marie Mutombo. Lack of adequate health care, that's what it goes down to.
Man, that's just heartbreaking, to lose someone you love because of something preventable.
Exact.
But Mutombo, he takes that grief and turns it into, well, this is where we get the Biamba Marie Mutombo Hospital in Kinshasa.
Opened in 2007. And this is a testament to her memory, his commitment to the DRC. We're not talking some little clinic either. 150 beds, emergency room, intensive care unit. He didn't want to just treat illness. He wanted to build a place of hope.
That's the difference, isn't it? Not just addressing the problem, but going for a real, lasting solution. But even then, his impact goes even wider. He becomes the NBA's first ever global ambassador. Again, not just a title.
Oh, he used that platform. Healthcare initiatives, big time. One of the articles mentioned him going all out to get medical supplies to the DRC, like logistical nightmares during his off-season. But he stuck with it.
It wasn't just showing up for the photo op, it was
Rolling up the sleeves, getting it done.
And that's why when you read what NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said, the generosity and compassion, the big heart, it hits harder. Like, being a legendary athlete is one thing, but this level of dedication to helping others, that's inspiring.
And it shows in the reaction to his passing. Not just basketball people, but world leaders. Everyone expressing their condolences. His son, Ryan Mutombo, even shared a message online saying, "You've been my role model, my hero, my everything." Man, that's the kind of legacy most people only dream of leaving behind.
No doubt. Mutombo's life, it really hammers home that true impact isn't about what you achieve for yourself, but how you use your position to uplift others. But, and this is where I'm stumbling, how do we even begin to process this? A life that impactful. What do we take away from it? It feels almost like, well, there you go. Like, here's this global icon, right? Changing lives on a massive scale. What are WE supposed to do with that?
And that's the thing about legacy. It's not a contest. It's not about comparing yourself to Dikembe Mutombo. It's about letting his story spark something in you. What resonates? Where can you make a difference?
Right, because it doesn't have to be building a hospital.
Maybe it's volunteering at one, right?
Yeah.
Like you did early on. Maybe it's being a mentor to someone, that guiding hand like John Thompson was for him. Even just, I don't know, choosing kindness in your day-to-day. Mutombo was known for his warmth. That's got to count for something.
It's those core things, isn't it? Dedication, compassion, actually doing something, not just talking about it. You know, one detail, it really stuck with me. One of the articles mentioned Mutombo's work with polio eradication. And I just pictured it, right? You're a kid in some remote village, and this NBA giant shows up, advocating for your health, your future.
Powerful stuff, no doubt about it.
It's like,
And that's the key, I think. It wasn't always the huge gestures. It was him showing up authentically, using his voice, his platform, to make sure others were heard. Realizing that even small acts, multiplied by enough people who care, that's how change happens.
be a little more like Dikembe, that's all. And, you know, it doesn't feel impossible, right? Inspiring even. The man himself may be gone, but what he stood for, that's going to echo for a long, long time.
Yeah, block shots for sure, but block out indifference even more.
Well said. Giant may be gone, but the heart, the dedication that stays with us.
Absolutely.
Rest in peace, Dikembe. And everyone listening, hopefully this deep dive gave you a glimpse into what made him so special. And hey, maybe even got you thinking about your own impact on the world. Until next time, keep diving deeper,